Hi, good morning. How y'all doing? I I'm doing good. This morning I just want to reach out and say that it took about it's over a month, and I finished the reading the Bible. I didn't take from like Genesis to all the way to Revelations. I basically opened the Bible, and when I first started, and I just um I think it was in Job I started, if I do believe right, and it just I basically you know opened the Bible and I read it, and then I kind of just went with the, if you want to say, the flow, and each chapter, the book, and I just, when it hit me that it feels the right you know book to read, and then I completed it, and the best I could. Some of the, if you could listen to it, some of the names are, for me, hard to pronounce, and so I just hope this, and whoever watches this, and helps encourage other people somehow, and just reach out there, and people, we go to church and then we read the Bible during that time. The pastor would turn to the chapter, this and this verse and verse, and maybe sometimes like during the week, we should take some of the time and read a couple of verses. Um, I you know it I read a lot in my life. I have read a lot of books. Most of their fiction books. But I said, I needed to read the um, the most important book of all. Um, Holy Bible, and so it was like a calling, and so I did, and it's like I started, and I had it in my mind I was going to do it. I've always, and I went to private school when I was younger, of course, in high school, and had a class in there where it was, we read the Bible, and but this right now that I'm almost 50 years old is the most I ever, just went down deep and read it, and it's like every verse and the connection. It was truly amazing. I never really, it hit me like this before, and it was like, you know try to put everything aside and read the Bible. And like I said, it's the most important book, and so that's what I did. And I put all this on YouTube, and I just you know I just hope this inspires other people maybe to do the same, or you don't have to put it on video. Um, I just hope this inspires other people somehow. Somebody surfing through and about the Bible, and there's a lot out there, and and plus find a good church. You just find a good church too. And I have, be honest, I've been lacking going to church. Um, I should be going more, and I always myself be like, oh, I'm gonna go next Sunday. I'm gonna go next Sunday. And the more or less I go, then it's like I do feel guilty, and I should be going, and I need to get better at that. I'm reading the Bible, and um, last couple of Sundays I've been reading the Bible instead of going to church, and so it's like I so I I ain't no better than nobody else. I just so I need to go to church more. I need to keep reading the Bible. Even the broadcast, or whatever you want, videotape this, I am going to read this still. Not videotaping it. I'm gonna read it, without the video, and so I'm not good with certain things, but I know, I do my best, and a lot of things, and we all go through different situations in our life, but always come back and know the Lord and God, and so much that I have. I was worried about this and I was worried about that, and I started putting my focus back in the Lord and reading the Bible, and I'm telling you, it's like a lot of those worries, it's in God's hands. I would be, and I probably still will be in the future. That's why, read, right there. There we go. And a lot of, I get in here, and with the people who went through the trials and tribulations, and it's like, it helped me reading the Bible, and it helped me forget about all the other stuff that, like, oh man, why was I worried about this? Why was I worried about that? And unfortunately, it still is going to be, but I gotta, stick, to the reading the Bible, and it does give you comfort. It truly does. And so, like I said, I was worried about some of the silliest things, and some of them are not silly, health situations, financial situations, all different type of stuff. But God gave me comfort, and it has truly been a blessing, and I just want to share that with y'all. And like I said, it took me a little bit over a month to, read the Bible and totally concentrate on reading the Bible and every sentence, and it soaked in. It really did. And I truly am blessed, and might be my, last video on this, but I truly blessed that I did this, and so I might, like I said, I'll definitely keep reading the Bible, but I might, who knows, and tomorrow I might keep reading and, keep, and keep, sharing, and maybe, like I said, somebody's scrolling down about the Bible, and then there's so much out there, not just me. There's, get on you can listen to the Bible, and where, you got these groups, you get, and it helps you, stay focused on the Bible, and groups in church, and so it's really a blessing, and I enjoy this, and whoever is there, thank you for following, listening, if you can understand me, but like I said, I truly enjoy this, and I want to thank y'all, and always remember, all right there. So, and y'all have a truly, truly blessed day. Thank y'all.